Welcome back. We are here with 1429, if you can believe it. Next year is a new decade. Very excited about that. In the last one, we had Adelaide working on her business, making the big bucks. We were able to get enough money to hire some help, which we did is we hired Honora. Here she is. So instead of marrying her off to have no babies, I brought her to our household. We'll see what her story unfolds as. And then also notable things that happened last time. Malcolm has a son. So we're about to roll for that kid anyway. Let's see if it still survives. But this year, we are going to marry Emelina to a Bard, who aged up kind of recently, but whatever. So yes, Emelina and Bard are going to get married and have 3 children. So pretty excited about that. Let's go like this. And let's get rolling. So Arthur Landgrab, no 18 or 20 for Malcolm's only son, his heir, survived. I mean, Malcolm II survived for a little while too before dying, so who knows. Oh, that's not how you spell Arthur. Arthur Landgrab. Okay, next we have Wybert, Dresden, and Genevieve. Okay, I'm scared about Genevieve. I'm really scared. 9 or 19. Okay. Wybert. Dresden. Okay. Genevieve. Whew, okay, she survived. Our baby survived. Sabina Armstrong, who is rolling not a 7, and then also rolling to get married. Will she? Will have 6 children. Okay. Sabina Armstrong, 6. Is it Sabina or Sabrina? Did I mess that up? I know it's Sabina. Okay. Next, as young adults, oh my gosh, Zetienne. She's pregnant currently. Oh, Emelina too. Oh my gosh, is Emelina even going to get married today? Then Ella and Erica. Okay, so we have 4 people becoming young adults. Okay, Zetienne, my favorite. No, 2, 6, 11, 13, 14, so she's okay. Emelina. Okay, and then, honestly, I keep forgetting the numbers every time I roll. Oh my gosh, did all of them just survive? Wow. Okay, now Gilbert II, who is away at war currently and only has 1 son, although, yeah, wait, which Gilbert is happening? Yeah, Gilbert II is away at war. His father just got remarried and had a baby that didn't survive, so he's still the only son. Okay. Will he survive, or will his son be the only Gilbert left? Well, the only male heir. Well, I guess his father is having anyway, it's important. He has to get at least a 9. Technically, oh my gosh. Okay, let's roll for Wybert while we're here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if Gilbert the first doesn't have any more sons, the only only male in the Armstrong family is little Gilbert III, who just became a child. Oh my gosh. Okay, Fayen, you need at least a 10. Can you do that for me? Can you get me a 10, please? No. Okay. Well, I loved you too. Okay. Also, you had really great looking kids. Also, okay, hold on. One more thing. These Payne children all look great. I mean, like, they all look great. And we just had Guccio age up, and I'm like, Guccio, you are so handsome. You belong in this family. He looks a lot like his mom. I lost him. Anyway, he looks a lot like his mom, but he has his dad's hair color. Anyway. Okay. Vampires. We have 2 vampires. We have Salvia and her son. They can't get a 9. No 9s for you. And we can't get an 18. Okay. Everyone related to vampires has survived. There's not that many of them. So. Okay. So we're in good shape. And let's hop into the game. Okay, so here we are once again nectar making. Now that we have Nora here, we're also going to focus on the children and what the children are learning and trying to get the children to learn. Another thing that I'm going to do, which you'll see in just a second after I guess you'll see tomorrow after we age up Genevieve, is that I want to start sending the children to school again. And the reason for that is that I probably won't send them to high school, but I feel like we're at the point where we have a good amount of money, we have a good amount of status. Like, she's the daughter of a knight and a, sort of kind of noble blood a bit on Thomas's side. So I wanted to increase the education level for the children, and I think that we'll definitely be able to afford it, obviously. So we are going to start having the kids at least go to their elementary school. We'll see. Probably as teenagers, we won't have them go to high school because we're not at that level yet. But yeah, we'll at least do as children. We'll have them drop out of high school later. Except I don't know with the preteen mod if I can drop out of middle school. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, moving on. So we have Nora who is teaching the kids about, communication, imagination. She's helping them work on their skills. You can see that Genevieve is already almost at the top level of imagination and potty. So I think she'll be able to do those two things before tomorrow. And we're working on our nectar. And did you know that we can now, I didn't know this, I didn't notice this before, but you can actually take only the finely aged nectar out of the rack. So that is really handy for us because, we'll be able to do that and see what we leave behind. Unfortunately, not all of the nectar seems to age at the same amount of time. Don't really know what's going on there, but we'll just accept it. Anyway, so we have Adelaide here who is working on her nectar, and then we have the children trying to learn to go to the bathroom. We have Honora also cleaning up after the children. I wanted her to really be taking her job seriously. She's also, like I said before, she's got the genius trait, so I think that she will be able to do that. Also, I wanted to have Adelaide become self-employed in the game, but I forgot that you do that on the phone and not the career menu, which doesn't make any sense, but okay. So anyway, we're going to do that, and Honora is taking her job seriously, and she also wants Adelaide to kind of mentor her in the business stuff too, because Adelaide's business is doing well. I wouldn't say that it's doing it's not the best business ever created, but it's definitely doing well enough to help them get by and everything. And so Honora wants to learn that. She's a trendsetter. She wants to be able to maybe make her own business one day. So she is trying to learn as much as she can from this experience and all of that. And that is where we're going with that. So we are then going to, call her a nectar maker. Then we're also going to get dinner for everyone going. So they're going to have dinner as a family. I thought that would be nice. And also keep in mind that Honora has a crush on Adelaide, which is a little awkward at times. Because Adelaide really is not thinking about that. I mean, she's got Thomas in her heart, and I don't know if she would ever be ready to be with anyone else, but she's definitely going to be friendly with Honora. I mean, Honora is a big, big help for her, and she just really appreciates, even though she's giving Honora a place to stay and all that stuff, and teaching her, but she is very grateful that her children are being well taken care of. You can see already that we're spending plenty of time with the children that we weren't spending with the children previously. So I think that is definitely helpful. Honora is a great addition to our little family. She is not going to stay forever, but I thought that it would be nice for now. So she is also always feeling flirty because she has a crush on Adelaide. So okay. Anyway, we are going to continue on here. We are having her just clean up things, and we are now heading in to Saturday, which is going to be little Genevieve's birthday. Genevieve did not sleep for very long. I don't know why, but anyway. So yeah, we're just getting all this stuff. I also wanted to kind of have Honora be doing stuff on her own, so I did have her in her room, like doing research on the book computer replacement. So she was just doing her own research, and she is definitely, you know, trying to build a life for herself outside of the stereotype of just getting married, which she is glad that she is not marrying Giles. Poor Giles, you know, he's older and he's already been married. He already has kids. She's a little young for him. She's not ready to settle down. She wants to be like Adelaide, and Adelaide didn't want to be like this. She was kind of forced into this, but I think she's thriving. So now that we have help here, we're definitely thriving, and you can see that Honora and Adelaide keep trying to connect with each other, but it's just really not working. It's not working because Honora will always default to then trying to flirt with her, and then she always rejects it, and then it's always awkward, and so they are just, they're not jiving super well, but I think that it'll be nice maybe when the kids are a little older and a little more able to take care of themselves, that maybe we could have Adelaide in the back doing the nectar making while Honora is able to man the selling table or something. So that would be good too. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. Did not mean to yawn in your ear there. This is the second time I yawned. I already had to cut out the first one. So anyway, we're going to get a cake out so that we can age up Genevieve, and we are going to do that. We are actually also going to be able to get to 3 entire racks of nectar today, which is really exciting. Love that. And then we are going to age her up. She rolled the hot-headed trait, which I am not surprised by because she was an aggressive toddler as well. If you remember, she had the aggressive quirk. So her being aggressive and then growing up hot-headed is not a shock to anyone. And then I gave her the creativity aspiration just because what am I saying? Creativity aspiration because she had the highest skill level in imagination. So she was able to get to the top of that. So that is why we are going to pick that for her. She's going to be able to complete it pretty easily, but that's okay. So we are going to just write in her little description, her little bio, and she is now hot-headed. We're going to get a makeover for her, and since we have some more money, I thought that maybe we would start dressing the kids a little nicer. So actually what I'm thinking about is we are going to go here, and I'm going to pick like this nice hairstyle for them, her like being her average clothes, like her hot weather, her cold weather, her everyday. And then for her formal and party, we'll give her a little bit more fancier stuff, but like she still has nice outfits. Like, so see, we have a fancier dress for her formal wear. And so I think that we can afford fancier clothes now. So that's nice. And hopefully she'll make some friends at school or something. But anyway, another thing is with the new family tree app that I'm using is that I can't crop directly onto that website. So I have to crop the picture ahead of time. So that is what we're doing, is having to crop it before putting it into here. But I am definitely getting used to the new family tree that we've been using. I am still sad about Plum Tree. I really am. But, you know, I'm not going to ask someone to spend hundreds of dollars just to maintain something for free. So there's that. And anyway, so we are here back in our house, and we're going to have her join the club, and I'm going to take care of that. And then we're going to have her start thinking about her childhood life. So one of the things we're going to start with is having her do her homework. We're going to assign this bed to her. That's her bedroom, her little cute little creative imagination bedroom. I love that for her. And we are going to have her do her homework, and of course Honora is then going to help her with her homework. And I'm not really sure how well Honora would actually do with this, because remember, Honora is kind of from a poor family too, so it's not like she has familiarity with this stuff, but she is a genius, so I will let it slide. Maybe when we rise in the social ranks a little bit more, we'll be able to have, fancy governesses for our children, but for right now that is not the case. So here we are, just having her learn and getting attacked by bees. She just threw that bee rack right in the air. Okay, so she got attacked by bees, and we are going to keep taking care of everything. I think that this is good, and we will try to get some stuff done here. Okay, so I think for like the next few years, we'll keep going with the winemaking business as it is. I know I said we were going to build a little storefront, and I think we will, but not just yet, because next year the war is ending, and I would like to actually bring Serena back here to live with us. She's not like she has a husband anymore. So we're going to bring her back here to live with us. And so that'll be next year's kind of activity. And then I do want to have Serena's kind of storyline that I have planned for her going on. So I think we'll wait until after we finish that with her in order to build the storefront. So that is my plan. And then we are going to just keep going with the winemaking. Always, 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 always. Adelaide just spends all of her time here. And I think that it's hard too on her to like see her children getting close to another person, like over their own mother. I think that that is something that she struggles with, is this feeling that she's abandoning her children. And she just can't do it all, like and especially during the time period, like the man of the house would typically be doing this kind of stuff. So the fact that she is doing all of this instead of like her womanly duties of just taking care of the children in the house is kind of fills her with some guilt. And even though she doesn't have to feel that way, right? Like of course she's doing her best. She's trying to make this business work, and then also trying to make sure her children are doing well, but she just doesn't have enough hours in the day, so she had to hire help, and that's just the way it is. So that's fine. Honora is going to be teaching flashcards to little Thomas, and we have Nancy Landgrab calling to shut off our power, even though we're not really using power. The only thing I use the power for is the lights to make the game a little brighter, because I can't see in the dark. I have a really hard time with how everything is so dark. And we are going to just keep going here and doing all of this. We are going to fill up all 3 of those racks, and it's going to be awesome. So we're just halfway through. It's Saturday night. Tomorrow we'll go into town and we will sell the finely aged nectar from a couple of years ago, and we will see how much money we can get on that. We also have Honora once again trying to chat with Adelaide, and it not going super well, so that is kind of awkward. So they are just chatting, and they start to get along, and then she tries to flirt with her, and then it goes poorly. Oh gosh, Honora, like, come on. Anyway, so I think that, she gives like status updates to Adelaide, and then also asks Adelaide questions about the business and all that stuff. So anyway, we have Genevieve working on the creativity aspiration. So she's going to play with 3 toys and get to level 5. So that's what she's working on right now. And Adelaide also just got the single and loving it lifestyle. Oh my gosh. So there is that. So we're doing our best. And there she is, embarrassed. But anyway, we are just continuing on. It is now the AM, and we are going to... Oh, also, Christmas is this year, so that will be actually on Wednesday, though. So we'll spend Wednesday morning doing Christmas, and then we'll have to go to the other households after that. And honestly, like with all of the maintenance that I had to do, even though we only had one wedding, I totally ate into the next day. I'm sorry. And then I have another thing I have to do. I wanted to like do something. So next year is the new decade, right? So I wanted to do something a little more fun for like the end of the war. And yep. So that's going to take some time too out of the day. So we might just be down a day on next year, but that's okay. So I hope you look forward to that, because I'm going to make an attempt at doing some cool video stuff, even though have never really tried it before. You know, that's why I do my videos like this. I just, oh, supportive. I do my videos like this in fast forward because I do not have the patience or the energy or the anything in order to um, actually edit out like boring parts of the video and talk throughout the whole video, because it takes me hours to film to film 4 sim days worth of content, and I just can't sit here and talk for 2 hours while I play The Sims. So it's easier for me just to talk for like 30 minutes instead. So anyway, that's why I do this format. And we are also getting together a room for Serena for when she comes back from the war. You can see it has a little training dummy in it. I think that that's funny. And then also, you saw before, which I talked completely over, we had a little Genevieve talking to her mom, and she basically was asking her to buy her a violin because she wants to learn it, and because, you know, she's working on the creativity aspiration, and so one of the next things she needs to do is to play the violin. And so she came to her mom and was like, Mom, like, you know, I want a violin. She basically was asking her mom to support her creative pursuits, I guess, and that is why they have a supportive dynamic, because of course Adelaide was like, absolutely, probably because she feels a little guilty and she smothers her children in presents. But anyway, a fox died somewhere over here, like what happened? And we are going to do our Sunday morning stuff and then come over here and get the finely aged nectar. Unfortunately, we don't have that much of it, so I'm just going to try and grab some from some of these other racks. And then, so we'll like go from the rack that we were going to, and then we'll go backwards. It looks like only half the rack. It must be, I don't know how many sim days it is, because I do leave the household, so I'm not sure how to count that time. But anyway, so Adelaide has to go out to the market to sell the nectar, and so she's going to take Genevieve with her. So she's going to kind of show her daughter around town. You know, they haven't really done an outing with her, and she's a child now, so we're going to leave Honora and Thomas home, and we're going to take little Genevieve out to the town to see things and to have like a little girls' day, and you know, it's fun for them. So a little mother-daughter bonding time. We are going to actually successfully haggle this time. And so because we successfully haggled, it actually is a thing that we can sell things for a higher price. So that is awesome, because we just achieved our aspiration and made like 60,000 simoleons in 1 year. I mean, that's modern money making. So she just made a ton of money, and we're actually going to order some food for her and order some food for Genevieve, so that the two of them can have their little outing together. So that'll be nice. I don't know why children can't order food, but okay, let's do this. So, oh, there was Giles. Sorry, Giles, we saw your wife. So yeah, we are going to do this and have everyone kind of enjoy their time out. I mean, it's just dingy pub food, right? But there's not really any restaurants in this save right now. So yeah, we are going to have the both of them now go home. They had their fun little outing together, and I think that that is super sweet. We are just enjoying the time that Adelaide can spend with her children, and I think that she is close with her kids. Like, it's not like they're not close, it's just that she doesn't have a lot of time to give them, so that's the way it is. But we're gonna head home now. I think, hold on, let me look at my spreadsheet really briefly. But yeah, I think so. Genevieve is now a child, so that means Thomas's birthday is next year. So yeah, That's kind of scary, but anyway, hopefully Thomas survives. We've had a lot of female leaders of this family, but that's, I have no problem with that. It's just like the totally opposite of the challenge rules. Anyway, we are going to do, for some reason she can do like missed work. I don't know what work she missed because she's never been to school in her life, but then we can do some extra credit work as well. So I'm not really sure what's up with that, but anyway, she's going to do it, and Honora is going to help her with her homework, and she's doing well, and we are going to fill up our second crate here, so that's good, and then we'll have her come back upstairs so that she can do her violin skill and get her creative skill up to level 10, and then she will be able to, once she does that, she will be able to do all 5 pictures on the activity table, and then after that she'll have completed the aspiration. And like I said, Adelaide completed the nectar making aspiration, so that was really great. Her business is booming. She's just really happy that everything is working out well, and we are having Honora take care of the children some more. So there's that. And we are just stomping on the grapes. I guess that was the hay. I don't know how wine made out of prairie grass would taste. But anyway, the next thing too, also like, isn't it when you make alcoholic apple drinks, isn't that like a cider, not a wine or nectar? I don't know. Anyway, so she is doing that, and we are all prepared for Serena to come back from war. I really hope she survives. That would be so awkward if she doesn't. So there's that. And we are going to take care of the children. Love that. She reached level 10. There she goes. So then I'm just going to have her do all of this. I'll just queue it all up. She should be done by the time she has to go to school tomorrow. That's a long time. Anyway, let's get some more nectar being made. I am only going to fill up 3 racks per year. If we have more supplies than that, we can always save it for next year. Who knows? Maybe there'll be like a famine or something and we'll need the supplies saved up. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Anyway, and she is going to just keep it moving, clean the nectar maker. It is almost time to have Christmas, which is really excellent. Love that for us. And then we are going to keep going with this. We're also waiting. Oh my gosh, it's winter now. You know what that means? It means our orchid is going to start growing, and if our orchid starts growing, we can then graft. Okay, also, I just want to say, and I don't know if this is going to work out, so you can't hold me to it, okay? Because I don't know. I'm just not really sure. But Pink Sugar Pie 95 was like, we didn't even plead for Thomas when he died. And I'm going to be honest, I totally forgot that I was allowed to plead. But that is the case. So I was thinking, now I don't know if Thomas's ghost is going to stick around, but if all of the stars align and we make Vitality Nectar, I'm pretty sure that that can bring a ghost back from the dead. So we might be able to consider bringing Thomas back if it works out. I'm not going to promise anything. I am going to try and craft Vitality Nectar, and then if it works out, it works out. And maybe we'll have him back. But otherwise, if it doesn't work, we're just going to say it was a failed experiment on her part. So I am really unsure, and I feel like a little bit like I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. But if it works out, it works out. You know I'm a liar half the time. I said we were going to wait until 50,000 simoleons to get a Nora, and we didn't. So, I like to just kind of spitball with you guys and think about potential ideas. And if they work out, they work out. And if they don't work out, they don't work out. But it's kind of like a collaboration, and that is fun too. I don't want to be if I'm able to get like comments that kind of turn things into fun storylines and stuff, of course, like why not? So I am happy to incorporate any ideas that you guys have, and we will see where it goes. Maybe we'll do it so that like we have to roll the dice to see if we're able to give Thomas the nectar. I'm not really sure. I don't know what percentage pleading works on, but we'll see how it goes. She also said that we could maybe incorporate spellcasters, and I'm unsure of when I want to bring in spellcasters. So we brought in vampires, but I feel like it's suitable for the time period to have vampires. And I know spellcasters could be brought in, but I kind of wanted to have like bring in the occults like with a big gap in between them. And I was really thinking about bringing spellcasters in around the time of the Salem witch trials. So that is something that I was originally thinking of, but if we want to bring them in sooner, that's fine. I don't really know yet what my idea for the other occults is. I mean, we have had a mermaid, but he didn't really count. So I'm not really sure. I don't think I would have a mermaid unless we lived like on the water or lived somewhere where they could go swimming a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just talking now. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just talking about potential ideas, plans. I'm not sure. But we are marrying Emelina to Bard. Unfortunately, she was not able to marry Ansel II. He ended up dying. And everybody dies pretty often here. Also, I have so many ladies who need husbands, and I don't have enough colors to make all these new families. Maybe I'll just like make one family full of like men. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so moving on, here are these two. There's no more children being born in this household, so I think it's fine. Emelina can have 3 kids, so we are going to have these two get in a good relationship and then get pregnant, and then we'll be all set. So that is where we're going to wrap up. Also, some other things that happened in this part, let me find my list, is that in the middle of the night, there were 2 more pain babies born. They were twins. The first one died, but El Rosaria survived. So that is the first child that survived of Zetienne's. And I'm like, come on, you can only have 6 kids and you've already had 4 and only one of them has survived. And I really want you to have beautiful children. Anyway, Gilbert and Ella also had their child, and it was a boy, and it survived. So we now have Griffith the Third, not to be confused with Gilbert, but Griffith, named after Gilbert's father and his brother. So I don't know if it would technically be the third, but it is the third. And then also we had Regina Landgrab be born. So, and then I got everyone pregnant again, except again for Salvia until her husband comes home from war. So I hope that you enjoyed this part. I am scared and excited for the next part where we have not only Thomas's birthday, but the end of the war. So I hope that you're looking forward to that, and I will catch you in the next one.